composure, the feeling of being calm and in control when skating. In this case, because I'm a skater and I'm trying to coach skateboarders, and so that's the topic. But this is really gonna translate to even um, when you're walking, running, literally anything. So it's easy to say we gotta be composed when doing a trick and skateboarding, but it's harder to understand what that should feel like. And the best advice I can give you to experience that feeling of composure is unrestrict yourself through deep tissue massage. Because what's happening when you're skating and feeling not in control and a little anxious and not certain with with your tricks, it's because you're restricted. Your body's scared to fluidly move from one side to the other and use its mechanics to propel you, you know, onto an obstacle or even just pop, right? So what we want to do is make sure that we're releasing the tension we have that causes pain. So sometimes we can start to have pain in our knees because we maintain too much tension on our quads, and not enough in our glutes, hamstrings. So this gets fatigued a lot, and then everything goes straight to the knee, and so we need to release that tension on the quads. For example, we can roll it out. You gotta just stay there, slowly move, and feel that that tender kind of feeling. The phone flashed. Why did it flash? Let check something real quick. What happened there? Interesting. That was so weird. All right. Anyways, we want to make sure that we feel, we experience that feeling that most of us can get if we're just not restricted enough, right? We can experience what it means to be composed and in control of our of our thoughts. When we want to land more on our left side, we should be able to, but the reason we can't is because we're not able to access ability, right? So in order to access certain ability on the board, we have to make sure we're, for the most part, unrestricted. We're always going to have restrictions because we over time build these certain rotations and patterns that drive us, or at least bias us towards a regular stance or a goofy stance, depending on how you've skated for the time you've been skating. So like I said, it's easy to say you have to be composed, but it's even it's harder to feel what that means. I'm getting some comments here. Let me just read what this says. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? What's up, Elisa Rose? You're sleeping? That's hilarious. Sup? Yeah, so like I said, this is for if you want to feel more comfortable on the board. You should definitely consider doing some deep tissue massage and releasing some of that tension that you have that's restricting you from ability. And it's important because it's not just about being able to progress on the board, but it's about being able to think about your ideas without feeling not restricted. I don't want to use the same word without being held back. Sometimes we have an idea to accomplish a goal, and many times we just completely pay attention to or give the power to the restriction or the inability but you can always increase the ability. You just have to address the problem, and in this case it's you being restricted, right? So um yeah, do some MFR, search it up. There's a lot of information out there about yeah, like releasing the fascia, hydrating the tissue. It's gonna allow you to grow muscle, get stronger, and just do more with less effort. Whoops. So that way when you put full effort and, you know, accomplishing things are just more productive, more efficient. So that's what I have to say for now. If you have any further questions, I'm on Instagram as Profe Carlos, for coaching skateboarding and kind of having this mindset shared. So, you know, go there, check it out. I started an account on school. It's like a community / course building platform. It's called Skate Set, but I'm on there as Carlos Torres too, or I think actually Profe Carlos. I might have to. You can search both those up. But yeah, I just a quick little update, and feel free to comment when this thing ends. See what I should elaborate on, or even you know, talk about. So much to talk about when it comes down to skating and getting better. Yeah, I let it. So, what's up, Daniel? I'm from LA. I was born in LA, specifically in the area of Boyle Heights, and currently in LA still. But I go everywhere and anywhere for coaching in California. I would love to do trips to New York and to other parts of of you know, the country, like Texas, because I have, you know, it's kind of nearby and it's not too far, but it's, you know, it's good. But yeah, for now I'm just coaching in like Southern California. I want to expand though. The coaching I do is a little more intentional and not too general. There's a lot of general coaching, intro to skateboarding, available in Southern California, but I kind of want to be more hands-on, more personalized training, lessons, coaching. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yeah, feel free to leave questions, comments, and I'll get back to you for sure. Thanks for your comment. I'll see you in the next one, Daniel. And who else is here? Derek, Elisa, and Leah. Oh, Daniel's responding. Yeah, it must be fun to him. Appreciate that, dude. Have a good rest of your day, man.